You walk into a room, somebody's arms are crossed. You sit down, they say, we need to talk about what you did. Every instinct in your body wants to react. Defend, explain, correct. Don't. Not yet. The first move in de-escalation isn't a move at all. It's a pause. Not a dramatic one, just enough to create space, to respond instead of reacting. And I want to make an even bigger claim. I think that pause is one of the most underrated superpowers. Not flashy. Nobody's ever impressed in the moment by someone who paused. But almost every de-escalation success I've seen traces back to that one unglamorous moment where somebody didn't say the first thing that came to their mind. Here's why it matters biologically. The moment someone's activated or escalated, their brain is running on threat detection mode, not reasoning. If you fire back at the same speed, you're not talking to the reasonable part of them. You're talking to their alarm system. And alarm systems don't de-escalate, they escalate. Here's the problem though. Knowing you should pause and actually pausing in the heat of the moment are two completely different skills. Nobody rises to the level of their intentions under pressure. They fall to the level of their training. So the real question isn't, should I pause? It's how do I make pausing automatic? There are really only two ways to do that. One is raw repetition, practicing it so many times in low-stake moments that it becomes second nature. The other, and if you've seen the movie Inception, you already know where I'm going, is a totem. In the film, a totem is a small physical object somebody uses to check whether they're in reality or in a dream. I use the same idea, just repurposed. A totem you build on purpose so that under pressure, your body remembers the muscle memory and doesn't forget. Mine is a simple squeezing of the trigger. I gently squeeze my fingers. I know, simple and ironic, but that is my totem. That totem is my trigger to pause. And so when I come into de-escalated situations, I remember my totem. My muscle memory goes back to pull the trigger, pause. So find your own totem. Anything physical or repeatable works. And to actually put words to the pause itself, I use something called the weather report. Instead of naming their emotion, which puts them on the defensive, you name the condition in the room. There's a lot of heat in this conversation. It feels like the temperature's rising a little bit. Nobody has to defend against the weather. It's not coming from them. It's not coming from you. It's just the climate. And naming it calmly buys you that pause without losing face. I've watched someone going from pounding the table to visibly resetting just because the other person said that one line, then went quiet. The silence did more work than any argument could have. So, pause before you defend, before you explain, before you even agree. Build your totem. Feel it trigger the breath, and only then name the weather. There's a lot of heat in the room right now. That's step one. Underrated, unglamorous, and the one thing everything else in pace depends on.